Hey, konnichiwa minasan, it's Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse over in Japan. How are you doing? Are you good? Are you genki? I hope so. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very grey today, as you can see. Suits me, doesn't it? What do you reckon? Matches my hair, not my eyes. So I'm going to be doing or restarting my, not so much picks of the week, but upcoming titles that I'm looking out for. Upcoming comics from the new releases that not so much recommend, but the ones that I think are worth a look. So this is completely subjective to my, my tastes, my crazy taste. What's it all about? And with a slant on the positive, if you know my channel, you've been following my channel long enough, you know by now that I do try to focus on the positives. Not quite as positive of, I can't even say it, not quite as positive as Eric O'Sullivan. He is the purveyor of positivity, according to Jim Werner. But yeah, pretty positive. And so I won't be reviewing or giving a summary of last week's comics. I'm just going to focus on what's coming out. So let's get on with it. Surprisingly, and this might not surprise you, it doesn't surprise me anymore, there are a lot more indie titles I'm going to be picking out than DC and Marvel. In fact, I've only got one DC, one Marvel picked out. Unbelievable, right? I never thought I'd be saying this. And indie titles, just let me check my notes I made earlier. There are 5 indie titles coming out which I really want to read. I'll be picking up. So, without further ado, let's get on with the releases for June 19th, 2024. Here we go. So we start with DC, and my one choice is Batman Superman World's Finest, issue 28, written by Mark Waid with art by Dan Mora. Here we go. It is Impossible Part 3 with the imps. The imps are there. Heroes unite to save the 5th dimension and Earth. Something is destroying the 5th dimension, and it's not the birds. If an army of evil imps can obliterate all the joy and life from the entire reality, what chance does Superman and Batman stand against it? This has been so much fun, and for the art, just for the art alone, Dan Mora is killing it every time. And I gotta say, I do love this cover, which is by him in the main cover there. Papa Hungry. So yeah, if you fancy something fun, something bonkers, something bright and colourful, and usually written pretty well, give it a look. Following that, my only pick from Marvel Comics this week is Ultimate Spider-Man issue 6. Now I know I was a little bit hard in the last couple of issues because I felt like it took a step back. It was going, back in time, showing what happened to Harry Osborn, how he became who he is. A lot of kind of focusing on things that had already happened. I want Spidey from me comics. So hopefully this will really get things going again when it's the conclusion of the story arc. So here we go, as it says in the synopsis, not just the conclusion, but the shocking conclusion to the ultimate opening arc. Spider-Man's got to confront Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin. Kingpin's now owner and operator of the Daily Bugle, and he's been working with the Makers Council to control the spread of information in their favour. Wait a minute, does that sound familiar? Or just call me a conspiracy theorist? Anyway, just hoping for the best with this, but I want to point out it is $4.99, whereas World's Finest is only $3.99. Written, of course, by Jonathan Hickman, and it's got art by, who is it? Is it Marco Cicchetto? I hope so. Is he back? Thank God for that. He's back with issue 6. After 2 issues hiatus. 2 issues off to catch up, I guess. So let's get to the indies. And my first indie choice is Redcoat issue 3. The Ghost Machine title, the unnamed title. Written, of course, by Jeff Johns with killer art by Brian Hitch. Now, I've seen listings for this saying it's not out on this week, but the following week. But I checked Image's homepage and Ghost Machine's homepage, and it does appear to be out on the 19th. $3.99, it says 32 pages. I tell you what, Simon Pure, he's won me over. I wasn't sure at first about this character, but I like him, I like his style, I like his John Constantine kind of vibes, if you know what I mean. But yeah, he's working with the 13-year-old Albert Einstein. Apparently, Einstein claims that he knows how to help unlock Simon's powers, his true colours. Wait a minute, that's Cyndi Lauper, isn't it? What am I talking about? But yeah, a lot of fun this issue, kind of national treasure feel to it. And as I say, yeah, like an early John Constantine. Is it one of John Constantine's ancestors? Maybe not. And again from Image we have Spawn issue 354. 354. Unbelievable, right? This is still only $2.99, so huge respect to Todd McFarlane for keeping that price point. It's written by Rory McConville. It's got fabulous art, hopefully, I'm guessing, but come on, it's Brett Booth, so what do you expect? Now, there's not much about this in the synopsis, and to be honest, I've not lost my way, but I've lost me love of all the Spawn titles. I think they've lost a bit of their fire, their kick-assness, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm still reading the main one. Gunslinger's gone off, in my opinion. The Scorch is pretty good. It's a team book. I do like that, but I'm not reading Kingspawn either at the moment. But anyway, back to this. A really short synopsis. Spawn has decided to take down Blood, the Vampire King, is it? Once and for all, but without the powers of a Hellspawn at his disposal. Did you know that? That's right. Spawn and all the Hellspawn have lost their powers. So that's the big play by Todd McFarlane, the Spawn universe. But let's see. And I forgot to say, man, this cover by Puppeteer Lee, absolutely deadly. Yes, you guessed it. It had to be on here. Come on. And it's another Image title, Image Skybound. Issue 1 of Destro, the miniseries premiere. The next chapter of the Cobra threat begins here. This is written by Dan Waters with art by André Bressan. So, I've got a confession to make. I've actually read a review copy of this, and yeah, while I'm not the biggest lore expert of G.I. Joe, I don't know the characters that well outside of playing with them when I was a kid. We did have G.I. Joe in the UK, but it was called Action Force for some reason. Don't ask me why. But yeah, this was a good opening issue. It's, what's the word? It's pretty seriously focused on, he's a weapons dealer, Destro, so it gets deep into that. Without spoiling, I don't want to spoil too much, but some of the action is amazing. There's some great scenes in here. And yeah, it's got me curious to read issue 2. So I would recommend this already. I would say if you're not sure about it, if you're sitting on the fence, definitely give it a try. The one caveat is it's $4.99, so you're talking $5. It's supposed to be oversized. It says here 36 pages. Can't remember off the top of my head how long it was, but yeah, you do get a lot of content in there. So what do you think? Are you willing to give Dan Waters a try? And next up is, yes, I know, Image yet again. It's the miniseries finale of The One Hand. It's issue 5, written by Lawrence Campbell, Ram V, that's what it says. Art by Lee Luffridge. Luffbridge? Maybe. All it says here is Ari Nassar, the detective. He's on the cusp of catching the one-hand killer and getting the answers he's sought. But is Ari truly ready for the soul-crushing revelations about the murders, his world, and the darkness that lies beyond the truth? Wow, they love writing these synopses, don't they? It sounds like the most amazing comic book ever. I'll tell you what though, I'm enjoying it. I'm saying it's amazing, but it's a lot of fun. The gruesome crime drama comes to its mind-blowing conclusion. There we go. So yeah, I've been enjoying both this and Six Fingers, which is its kind of counterpart or counterpoint. And that will be concluding, I think, next couple of weeks. So, are you reading this? Do let me know in the comments. And my final choice, my final pick out is little known, almost unheard of. I completely almost missed this. It's Misery, issue 1 of the miniseries premiere, yeah. It's in the Spawn universe, although you wouldn't know that from looking at the cover. It's based on, who was it? The daughter of Wanda Fitzgerald, who is Cyan Fitzgerald. She's just a young woman trying to find her place in the world. That sounds familiar, doesn't it? As I say, the daughter of Wanda Fitzgerald, the former wife of Al Simmons, aka Spawn. It says here she's been endowed with incredible abilities. Abilities that keep her cut off from those around her. Now, this is written by Todd McFarlane. It says art by Simon Kudransky, if I've got that pronunciation right. He spells Simon with S-Z-Y. Sizemon? Fantastic. Anyway, so, as people were saying on League of Comic Book Geeks, why is no one talking about this? What's going on? Where's it coming from? There's been very little press that I've seen, but with it being a new Spawn universe title, even though it's a mini-series, I want to give it a shot. And I actually have a bonus one here, an honourable mention. This is from Titan, not from Image. Surprise, surprise. It's Titan Books, Gun Honey, Collision Course issue 2. Not just because it's one of the sexiest covers of the week, but this is really fun. It's like the finest kind of pulp noir, as Ed Brubaker was quoted as saying on the cover. It's basically a spy thriller with a female version of James Bond, and she's cool, Joanna Tan. She doesn't mess around, and she doesn't keep her clothes on all the time. Just warning you there. It says here in the synopsis, she launches a plan to turn the tables that would take her from the jungles of Borneo to the streets of Yokohama and the sands of the Gobi Desert. But when 4 armed groups converge on one secret location, anyone survive the explosive collision? We're not sure. $3.99, 32 pages, and a plethora of variant covers. Some pretty sexy, gotta say. People will be saying I'm obsessed.
He swaps his longsword for a Wakizashi,
So they were my picks of this week. Let me give you the rest of the releases from DC first of all. We've got Batman issue 149, Nightwing 115, Wonder Woman issue 10, Titans issue 12, Catwoman issue 66, can't believe that's still going, 66, fair play. Hellblazer, John Constantine, yeah, Dead in America issue 6. I'm sad to say that Cy Spurrier is just taken me off that book. I can't follow it anymore. I can't be bothered with it. It's just nonsense. It used to be good. He used to be able to write Constantine. I think he's lost the plot. And on the bottom row, we also have Green Lantern War Journal, issue 10. I think that's going to be 12 totally, so it's almost at the end of the run. That's Phil Kennedy Johnson. I was enjoying that too earlier too. And as you can see, there's a couple of facsimile editions here of Crisis on Infinite Earths, issue 3. And here are the rest of the Marvel releases for this week, just this week. If you're listening, please look at the screen if you can. This is ridiculous. Compare that with DC. Look how many books. I've got to scroll down to get them all to show. Okay, here we go. So, apart from Ultimate Spider-Man, which I'm picking up, we have Amazing Spider-Man issue 52 with a rather bizarre cover, Immortal Thor issue 12, Doctor Strange issue 16, and The Invincible Iron Man issue 19. We've got Sensational She-Hulk issue 9 is out, Captain America issue 10. Then, the row below, we have Wolverine Blood Hunt issue 2, Dracula Blood Hunt issue 2, Black Panther, you guessed it, Blood Hunt issue 2, Spider-Woman issue 8, Captain Marvel issue 9, Venom Separation Anxiety issue 2, and Star Wars Jango Fett issue 4. So quite a lot of Blood Hunt tie-ins there. Let's just go down to the bottom row. Finally, we have Venomverse Reborn issue 1, could be interesting. Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime issue 1. The Amazing Spider-Man issue 257 facsimile reprint there. 2 versions of that. Just let me quickly click on Uncle Scrooge and the Infinity Dime. Because I heard this from Jim Werner from Weird Science Comics. Jason Aaron is writing this. Jason Aaron with a load of different artists, so that could be crazy. But look at this, it's $7.99. 8 books, 60 pages. But if you're a big Uncle Scrooge fan, it might be worth a look. Okay, let me split up the indies into 2 different sections. First of all, let me give you the rest of the Image, Boom, IDW, Dark Horse and Titan comics. Here we go. So the ones I've already mentioned, plus House of Slaughter issue 24 from Boom. We've got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin 2, Re-Evolution issue 2. Man, that's a long title. That's $8.99 by the way from IDW. Dark Horse offer Helen of Windhorn issue 3. That's a Tom King comic by the way. And another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Black, White and Green issue 2. $5.99 from IDW. Let's go down to the row below. We have Briar issue 6 from Boom Studios. Man's Best issue 4 from Boom as well. Then we got another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles The Untold Destiny of the Foot Clan issue 4. Surprisingly, only $3.99. IDW have got Star Trek issue 21, and then back to Dark Horse for The Oddly Pedestrian Life of Christopher Chaos issue 10. Anybody reading that? Boom have The Displaced issue 5, and then let me go down to the next row. Oh god, I forgot about this. Boom have got Uncanny Valley issue 3. I might be checking that out because I really enjoyed the last issue. I Heart Skullcrusher issue 4 and Blow Away issue 3, both from Boom. Then Dark Horse have got Masters of the Universe Revolution issue 2. Image have Under York issue T. issue T? Have you got any tea, love? Cup of tea? Issue 2. Dark Horse offer The Butcher's Boy issue 2 there. And we have The Dudley Datsun and the Forever Machine issue 3 from Dark Horse. The Writer, issue 1, again Dark Horse. And to conclude Dark Horse Comics, Joy Operations 2, issue 1. If you're a My Little Pony fan, you'll be delighted to know IDW have got My Little Pony, Ken Bucky Roller Derby, issue 5. Then we've got some reprints. Third printing of Rat City 1, Monolith 1, Salmon Twitch Case Files, issue 1. They're all different printings. And that's it from the main, I would say, the bigger of the indies. Let's get the rest of the indies up. Okay, for the rest of the indies, we have 2 DSTLRY books. We've got Spectrograph issue 2, $8.99, and Blasphemous issue 3, $8.99. We've got Penthouse Comics issue 3 here for $9.99. Then Archie Comics have Judgment Day issue 2. Udon give us Street Fighter Masters Game Gals issue 1. Mad Cave Studios have got When the Blood Has Dried issue 3. Followed by Valiant with Faith Returns issue 2. Why did you return, Faith? Let's go down to the next row. Ahoy Comics. Ahoy there. The Wrong Earth Dead Ringers issue 3. Oz Fall of Emerald City issue 3 from Zenoscope. Or do you say Zenoscope? Oni Press have got Rick and Morty Finals Week The Wrath of Beth issue 1. That's $6 for that. Wow. Then American Mythology give us Al Capone Vampire issue 0 for $6.99. Another from Mad Cave Studios called Galaxy of Madness issue 1. Then Blood Moon Comics give us Deliver Us From Evil issue 1. Floating World Comics, love the name, American Nature presents issue 1, that's $6. And finally, Betty Veronica Jumbo Comics Digest issue 325 from Archie Comics, that's $9.99, it will set you back. And American Mythology also offer Beware the Witch's Shadow, Fangs for the Memories issue 1, $3.99. I like that just for the title. Okay, so that's it for indies. That was a lot, wasn't it? And there we have it. Thank you so much for watching this far. If you're still here, how are you doing? Thank you, I really appreciate it. And do let me know what you think. If you enjoy this kind of format, I will try and do it once a week. If I have time, I'm planning to. I want to try, it's useful for me to know what's coming out, to remind myself what's coming out on Tuesday and Wednesday, which is going to be Wednesday, not very long in the future, just Wednesday. DC is stopping doing the separate release on Tuesdays as far as I know. But yeah, I enjoy putting this together. Great to have so many indies, and God, DC, Marvel, what are you doing? Okay, as always, thank you so much, and I hope to see you in a future video. This is Gray from Wakizashi's Teahouse, signing off for the night. Matane.